is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notion, and they open up to me. That's what they're upset about, because if you look at a lot of these people that's been on other podcasts.
So Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay, has been blowing up ever since Cat Williams' interview. And he has had many explosive interviews this year alone. And let's just say that some folks in the industry are not loving this one bit. This is because the interviews have exposed many secrets about some of the industry's most popular and powerful people, including Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler Perry.
Oh man, this is what I be talking about right here when I be asking y'all who is the us in that new song by Kendrick Lamar. Who is the us? And then y'all tell me the us is Black American people, and then us go and do it to us, because these ain't no white folks now. This ain't white supremacy trying to tear down Shannon Sharpe and his show because they jealous and they got the Dolph Ziggler it should have been me disease. Guys, let's get straight on into this. And let's look at this. Let's look over here.
It looks like Shannon is now dragging them for filth, exposing them for not only trying to cancel the show, but also trying to ruin his life for not taking down interviews after they asked him to. It looks like Shannon is now claiming that he also has more dirt on these people, and he's going to leak it if they don't back down. Y'all better get in the room, because Shannon is not here to play. Shannon Sharpe has had the world in a chokehold ever since he dropped his interview with Cat Williams at the start of the year. It was pure chaos, and that chaos has remained since that interview, and we have seen the dark side of the industry that we rarely get to see. With all the juicy secrets that he spilled, it's no surprise that some powerful people want the podcast shut down before he spills even more tea. Shannon recently sat down for an interview and dished out all the gossip about the celebrities trying to shut down his show and sabotage him. They're even sending him threats. Those stars who were eager to be on the show, they disappeared into thin air. Now everybody knows that the industry is chaotic, but these people are going to extremes with Shannon. Word on the streets is that Shannon's life could be in danger because the haters are in full swing.
I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me in the direction. I'm glad it did. I understand what comes along with that. But if you remember,
in this same interview, Shannon talked about all the crazy stuff he's been dealing with since Cat Williams' interview went viral earlier this year. He had a conversation with Cam Newton and shared why celebrities are comfortable enough to spill all their secrets on his podcast. And Shannon explained that before every interview, he makes it clear to his celebrity guests that they don't have to talk about certain topics if they don't want to, which makes them comfortable enough to tell their own story.
I said, is there anything that you don't want to talk about? I always ask the guests that. Sometimes they say, well, I would appreciate if we not talk about this. Right. Cool, no problem. Because I believe you can tell your story without saying something negative. But yes, I believe a person that's been in a business, that's been doing something 10, 15, 20, 30 years, are more than one salacious story. Right. That's what I believe. So if they say they want to stay away from it, but if they want to tell something, who am I to say, no, I don't do, you can't tell that. Right. People, Cam.
Now, one major thing that the haters have been using against Shannon is how he is not a real journalist. In his recent interview, Shannon made it clear that he is not a journalist and never claimed to be one. For those who might not know, Shannon is a highly successful retired NFL player who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. He went on to work as a sports commentator for several years after starting his Club Shay Shay Podcast in 2020 during the pandemic. The podcast was pulling decent numbers, but things went wild with the Cat Williams interview, which currently has more than 70 million views already in his most viewed interview on Club Shay Shay. But the crazy thing about this is that the interview almost never happened. Shannon revealed that he had been trying to get Cat on the podcast for about a year before the episode finally came together. One day, he got lucky and ran into Kat's new manager, who connected him with Kat. Just a week later, Kat was on Club Shay Shay spilling all this industry tea. Now, Cat Williams knew that he was about to set the industry on fire because he made it more than clear.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I promise
good thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You won't let him. They're coming. Much as.
And boy, was Cat right about that. Because while Shannon was enjoying Club Shay Shay's success, he noticed that some folks in the industry weren't too thrilled and were attempting to sabotage his podcast. And that's not the whole story. Some celebrities upset by Shannon's achievements started labeling him and Club Shay Shay as troublemakers, accusing him of stirring up drama in Hollywood because of the Cat Williams interview. But it doesn't stop there. According to these insiders, these celebs, allegedly including Oprah and Diddy, were allegedly making moves to discourage other celebrities from appearing on Club Shay Shay. Oprah's conflict with Shannon began when he invited Monique to Club Shay Shay. Monique openly criticized Oprah, calling her a narcissistic manipulator. Monique accused both Oprah and Tyler Perry of cheating her and blackballing her career simply because she refused to do something outside her contract. For context, Monique and Oprah have been at odds for years. During their collaboration on the movie Precious, Monique chose to not participate in an unpaid, unscheduled press tour. This decision reportedly angered Oprah so much that she started spreading rumors about Monique being difficult to work with.
Because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now, Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbot I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability?
Of course, this didn't sit well with Oprah at all, and it's not hard to see why. Monique really went in on Oprah during her interview, and she definitely said her piece. It had people talking about how Oprah did Monique dirty. I mean, Oprah even shaded Monique for having negative energy, saying, "It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combustive negative force of energy. You can't meet negative energy where it is. You have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. I would never stoop to try to meet somebody where they are negatively. Don't care who they are." After that, Monique was blackballed, and no one in the industry wanted to work with her because they feared what Tyler and Oprah might do, allegedly. These two are titans in the industry, and when they decide to blackball someone, it looks like it happens. To her credit, Monique has always fought against being silenced by the industry. Once she discovered that she was being blacklisted, she immediately called out those responsible.
I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
The wild part about all this is that Monique revealed to Shannon that she only received $50,000 for the Precious movie after extensive negotiations. While $50,000 might sound like a lot of money to regular folks like us, in Hollywood, it's pocket change that barely covers expenses, and don't even get started on the costs like hair, makeup, and other celebrity essentials, not including when Uncle Sam jumps in. Actress Robin Thede revealed about 80% of their income goes towards taxes, agent fees, legal fees, management, and other expenses. Following this logic, Monique likely only pocketed around $10,000 from the role, which she described as daylight robbery, plain and simple. This made Oprah look terrible. And if there's one thing that we know about Miss Oprah, it's that she does not like looking bad. To make things even worse, around the same time, Oprah was accused of lowballing Taraji Henson. So Monique spilling the tea on Oprah just made things even worse for her. However, Oprah is not the only one, because during this interview, Cat Williams also exposed Diddy for trying to get into his bed. Cat told the story of how Diddy tried to put moves on him for a very long time. He claimed that Diddy tried to seduce him for years and get him in his bed, and when that didn't work, he then threw money around and offered him $50 million.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You hear?
Just how desperate was Diddy to get Cat in his bed? Because $50 million for one night stands is just insane. And is it just me, or does it seem like Diddy enjoys the chase? It's a messy situation, and Cat also had people talking about Diddy's parties, the crazy stuff that went down. Again, the timing of this was messy as F, because it was only about 2 weeks after Cassie filed her lawsuit in which she exposed him for gross misconduct. So Cat exposing him in a video with more than 70 million views probably didn't do him any good either. Then we have Tyler Perry, who was exposed by Monique when she exposed Oprah. See, Oprah was not the only one who blackballed Monique, because Tyler also played a role in that. See, the movie Precious was produced by Oprah and Tyler, and they hated the fact that Monique was not willing to work for free, so they allegedly tag-teamed her. But Tyler Perry has always denied this, insisting that he didn't say anything about Monique or that he got her blackballed. He always insisted that if anything happened to her career or she lost out on jobs, it was on her and had nothing to do with him. She came into the podcast with so much fire and energy, especially when she went after Tyler Perry, claiming he and Oprah ruined her life. According to Monique, when she first caught wind of the situation, she decided to give Tyler the benefit of the doubt. She reached out, hoping maybe there was a big misunderstanding. But no, Monique said that she confronted Tyler. He straight up lied to her face and played these mind games like he didn't know what she was talking about. She said during her interview that Tyler eventually apologized and admitted that he messed up and swore he'd fix everything, clear her name, revive her career, and all that stuff. But it never happened because Monique said Tyler ghosted her after that.
Only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out.
And get this, y'all, she was not playing around. Monique insisted that she had an audio recording of a call with her husband, and Tyler Perry himself. In that recording, she claims Tyler owned up to the starting of that rumor that got her blacklisted, admitting it was out of line and totally unfair. So with all this, it's honestly not all that surprising that Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler would want to shut the podcast down because it has made them look very bad. Even worse, Shannon has been hinting that he has more dirt on celebs that he's going to spill, and they're trying to stop him from leaking the tea because they know that it's going to be crazy. But you know the fans are all wanting to know what the tea is, and they've been leaving comments saying, "The industry hates what it can't control. Keep pushing. These people are so sick." That's the problem. The celebrities that have a problem do not, I repeat, do not want those stories discussed, unfolded, or told. It's sad to hear this, but the behavior of these celebrities validates everything Kat said during the podcast. Y'all, this situation is absolutely wild, but I gotta know what y'all feel about this. Do you believe Shannon's got more tea to spill and he has a whole lot of dirt that's gonna come out?
Now, if you ask me personally, I know Shannon Sharpe got some tea on them people in there, bro. Look at Shannon Sharpe, man. Look at him. Look at him. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Shannon Sharpe got some tea? And I think he should use it. I think he should shame the devil. Keep it going, y'all. Keep this thing going. What's in the dark gonna come to light. And I told y'all, stop distracting yourself with this white man this, white man that, when it's these black gatekeepers that be moving like puppets for them. Let's get those guys contained. Let's knock them off, guys, first. All right? We don't make no sense distracting ourselves with the zaddy if he could use them to knock us off, right? Right? What happened when we knock Zaddy off? You think his puppets is just gonna let us rock? Let's stop playing dumb, bro. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, yo. I stand behind Shannon Sharpe, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.